All right, are we ready on Ms. Anderson's matter?
Yes. This is Sabrina Lynn Anderson here for arraignment on Y23000069. Is that your true and correct name, ma'am?
It's Serafina.
Serafina? And your date of birth is
1/24/1960.
Okay. Earlier, I went over your rights to arraignment with you. Any questions about your rights that I wasn't able to answer?
No.
Your Honor, I did go over the charge, the maximum penalty, any mandatory minimum penalty. We'd acknowledge the complaint, waive formal reading, and ask to plead not guilty.
Plead not guilty will enter. Probable cause was previously found on February 1st of this year. What is the city's recommendation regarding release?
City is seeking bail in the amount of $2,500, so objecting to release, asking for conditions of no criminal law violations, abiding by all valid orders, prohibiting contact. They're looking at this record. There are 3 active orders prohibiting contact, 8 different, this defendant is a respondent in 8 different civil petitions. This particular alleged order is a stalking order, and the order itself was not enough to prevent the alleged contact, which was coming to the protected party's home in their driveway and taking something off of their car. So I don't believe that the order was sufficient to prevent contact in the allegation before the court today. There's obviously a lot of individuals that believe that they need court protection from Ms. Anderson. And so I just don't have a lot of confidence that she's going to abide by this court's order when the nature of the allegation itself was not an allegation of not abiding by another court's order.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Not about the case, Ms. Anderson.
Ms. Trinati, any objection to that request?
Your Honor, Ms. Anderson's hoping the court releases her on her personal recognizance, even with what the city said, but she's presumed innocent of the charge. There was an allegation from over a year ago, and there's been no other allegations that she's violated this order. So we are hoping the court gives her a chance to show up to handle it out of custody. She's indicated she can abide by the other conditions of not violating the law, not violating the order, and showing up for her court dates. Her address is good on her rights form. She would need to screen if she's intending on asking for assistance from the public defender, and I explained how to do that.
Well, my one fear is if I release Ms. Anderson, that she's going to end up in Kent.
No.
Kent is a $5,000 warrant right now.
What?
There's a warrant for your arrest in the amount of $5,000 out of Kent.
I don't know anything about that. I did receive something in the mail. I returned to sender on it, just like I did when I received something from the city of SeaTac. And as far as I know, it's federal. I am a notary public. I have an equine rescue. I am a property owner. I have a 3.8 in a county. And I just want to be left alone to do and what I don't bother these people.
So I've just heard you say that we summoned you in, you received the notice and
yes, you're right. Returned to sender because it was ludicrous. I don't come around these people. They force themselves on me.
Okay, I'm fine.
I have 12 acres.
I'm imposing bail in the amount of $2,500. I'm going to follow.
I can't afford that. I can't afford that.
Additional conditions that you attend all future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations, update your address with the court and DOL immediately if there are any changes, abide by any and all anti-harassment and protection orders.
So would I have to come up with $250?
You have to talk to a bonding company.
No, I'll come up with $250. Do you accept Visa? Because I'll give it to you right now.
It's $2,500. $2,000.
No, I don't have 25. Fuck you. Let me out of here.
I will provisionally appoint you while she's in custody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Demeanor, I would be respectfully requesting a personal recognizance bond for Mr. James. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, sir, you have a significant criminal history. It looks like the most recent conviction you have is in 2014 in this court for engaging the services of a prostitute. That's a misdemeanor. You have several other convictions in the 1970s and the 1990s, felony convictions that certainly are not applicable here, but you do have some prior criminal history. In regards to that and related to the driving while license suspended, I still find that you are eligible for the PR bond, as this does not have any element of assaultive behavior, and certainly you have ties to the community. So it's a $200 personal recognizance bond. You do not have to post any money. You have to make sure you make all of your court appearances and that you don't violate any state or local laws while you're on bond. Does that make sense?
That's all honor of the court's wishes, Your Honor, and I thank you very much for your honor.
Sure. We got a couple more traffic tickets to talk about here that have gone unpaid, but Ms. Wicks, did you have anything else about the DWLS?
No, thank you.
Okay, all right. So we have a ticket, sir, with 2 charges that had been issued to you back in August of 2022, 11:10 a.m. for failing to yield with an accident and a no proof of insurance ticket at Michigan and Kipling. Do you remember that date, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, so you have 2 tickets on that. You have the no proof of insurance, which has a balance of $264, and the other charge is for the failing to yield with the accident, and you have a balance of $198 on this. So what we can do, sir, is get you put into our collections program so that you can make monthly payments and work on getting those paid off.
We'll definitely do that, Your Honor. Thank you. I can do that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So then what you're going to do is you're going to report to collections upon your release. Is he held on anything else, officer?
Got one out of East Lansing.
Okay. All right. So if you're not released today, then you can come next week and they'll get you set up on a payment plan that you can afford. Okay.
All right.
All right. Then you are all set, sir. Thank you. All right. Cassandra Lopez, please. All right, good afternoon. Are you Cassandra Janice Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And your appearance, please, Ms. Wicks?
Taylor Wicks, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Lopez for purposes of arraignment only. She has made application with our office.
All right, thank you. We have a few files here, Ms. Lopez. The first file is 22-02993SM. This is a motion affidavit and bench warrant on a retail fraud charge from an offense date of March 9th of 2022. The court issued the bench warrant because you failed to appear for an arraignment on November 17th of 2022. The court had mailed you a notice to appear. Do you recall why you weren't in court that day?
I don't recall, Your Honor. I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm going to get you arraigned on this. This is a complaint alleging on or about March 9th of 2022 at 4019 South Martin Luther King Boulevard, City of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan. Count 1 alleges that you did, while Citgo was open to the public, steal property of the store that was offered for sale at a price of less than $200. That is contrary to law. It is a misdemeanor, carries a maximum penalty of 93 days and or a $500 fine, or 3 times the value difference in price up of property stolen, obtained, or attempted to be obtained, whichever is greater. So do you understand the charge and the maximum penalty as I've explained it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then, Ms. Lopez, did you read the advice of rights that was provided you today?
Yes,
Did you understand those rights?
yes.
Okay. Then the court's going to enter a not guilty plea for you, and we have a pretrial date set. You're going to return to court for a pretrial on November 14th. That is at 11 o'clock a.m. with Judge Stacia Buchanan. So you should have that notice today. You are required to appear in person. So you've got the notice, correct?
Yes, I do.